Hey, good afternoon everyone. Jeremy here with I Come Here for the Food. Coming at you with a video with what we believe to be the best keto options in all of Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. We're going to start off right here at Richter's Burger Company. Some people like to get the burger, take the bun off, and just fill it up with condiments. That is a good keto-friendly meal. Next to Richter's is obviously Ches Alcatraz, so if you want to wash it down with an ocean attack, it's not keto-friendly, but it's fun. Next we have Lombard's Seafood Grill. Over here there is a really good tuna poke, a Cobb salad, and they also have a pork chop. As long as you don't have the apple put on top, you're good. Fruits have fructose in it, so it's not really a good keto-friendly item. Now, you can see on the menu here that they have different entrees that your kids may like or your significant other, so it's a good option. Next, we're going to head over to Diagon Alley and the Leaky Cauldron. Now, this place has awesome theming, awesome food, but really they only have one option if you are on a keto diet, and that is the roast chicken with steamed veggies. All the other food is very good. It's very full. It fills you right up. And again, look at that theming. It's just absolutely amazing. But stick with that roast chicken, steamed vegetables, avoid the butterbeer, and you're on point. Nothing else I can say about this place that you already know. It's such a fun place to go. The kids love it. Even the adults. My wife loves coming here. It is just such a cool place to be. Next, we're going to head over to the Simpsons area. There are not very many good options over here when it comes to food even. It's almost all snacks. Lard Lads, they do have an awesome donut. Moe's, they have some passable food over in that area. Of course, they have good drinks because it's the Simpsons. But you got to avoid the hot dogs. You got to avoid the burgers because they have the buns and the buns aren't keto. Now, I am a huge fan of Bumblebee Man, especially the Korean beef taco, but gotta avoid that tortilla. Other than that, if you are allowing yourself a little bit of carbs, that is a really good option. It's very fresh, it's very tasty. Just avoid all that temptation when you're walking through this part, because you could go to Moe's, you could go to the Duff Factory. Those things, while they're fun, they taste good, they are not a good if you're trying to stay on a diet. So avoid those, go in with blinders, and you'll be alright. I'd also like to say about Bumblebee Man, we've tried all three of their tacos. They're all three good, so you can do any of them. Next, we're going to go past the Central Park crepes. I love the lemon and blueberry crepe. Unfortunately, that is not something that will stick with a keto diet. Even their seasonal offerings, I had the Thanksgiving one, wasn't very good in my opinion, but I know a lot of people like to go there. You gotta kind of avoid it as long as you're trying to stay on a low carb diet. Next, we're gonna go past Mel's Diner. I ate here. I've only eaten here one time. I was very underwhelmed with the food. It just did not satisfy me. It didn't taste good to me. Even the milkshake I wasn't a fan of, which I love milkshakes. And I had to throw in this. This is Marilyn Monroe. She's so iconic, and she just happened to be out. And I haven't seen her for probably a little over a year or so. I thought, you know what, I got to get this on video. Now we're over here in Marvel Island. Again, this is another area that doesn't have a lot of good keto-friendly foods. There's a good, if you're into candies or if you're into pretzels over at Annie's, the snacks are good. It's just trying to stick to that low-carb diet is so hard here. They have an ice cream shop, those kind of things. I would avoid those if you can. If not, maybe get some of the fruit off the kids menu in some of these places. But yeah, you're looking at the pizzas and cheeseburgers and pretzels. It's a no-go. No-go. Now next, we're going to go to an area that actually has a pretty good option in Toon Lagoon. So we're leaving now Marvel Island. I was really kind of bummed I didn't see any of the Avengers out, Captain America or anybody. Now, to your left here, you'll see Comic Strip Cafe. They actually do have a good keto-friendly menu item. They have a roasted chicken. They have a chicken and Asian kind of food that is very tasty, and it's something that you can eat and not have to worry too much about. Otherwise, over here in Toon Lagoon, you run into the same issues of everywhere else. You have quick service that is burgers, pizza, ice cream, even Wimpy's. Like, you're going to want to avoid Wimpy's, even though I know a lot of people love their burgers. I personally wasn't a big fan. I don't think I'd eat there again. I do like the fact that they have a Dole Whip, but I probably wouldn't eat there again, mainly because I was underwhelmed by those burgers. Now, this is a great area park-wise because my favorite ride is right here. I love Bilge Rat Barges. It's my favorite ride, even though I don't ever get a chance to get on it. So you'll see me on my live streams looking at that, just chuckling like a madman. It's my favorite place. Okay, now we're up in Thunder. Oh my goodness, Thunder Falls. It slipped my mind for a second. I don't know how. It's one of my favorite areas. I grew up a Jurassic Park nerd. I love this stuff. Thunder Falls just reminds me so much of the first movie that I just can't get over. Even though it's not, it's supposed to be similar, but it's not the same. Now they do have a couple of things here. They have a bunch of different, they have salads, which are good for keto. They have a rotisserie chicken, which is also a good keto-friendly meal. They have some ribs, which is probably the worst of the three, but it's still a good keto-friendly meal. Now, as you walk through, you'll see there's the menu here. The turkey leg is also keto-friendly. I'm just not a fan, so I didn't even mention it. I just see people walking around with turkey legs all the time, and I'm not a huge fan. Now, Burger Digs, which is a burger joint, obviously, is not very good for keto because of the fact that you have the buns and everything. But what's cool about Burger Digs is now it's part of the exit to Velocicoaster. And hey, let me know down in the comments, did you get a chance to ride Velocicoaster yet? My wife and I did yesterday, and it was absolutely amazing. Now, here we are over in Hogsmeade. We're about to check out the Three Broomsticks in a moment. But just take a look at that Hogwarts Castle, man. That's so cool. Now over here, I think the biggest temptation is avoiding the butterbeer, avoiding honeydukes, avoiding the ice cream. That stuff is all really difficult to avoid. I have a sweet tooth. I know my wife has a sweet tooth. I know everyone in my family has a sweet tooth. So this little guy, I know it's really, really tough to avoid those things. And when you get to the Three Broomsticks, the problem with that place is it's a lot like the Leaky Cauldron. A lot of potatoes, a lot of fried fish, but they do have the roasted chicken with steamed vegetables, which you have over in Leaky Cauldron. So that's a good keto-friendly meal. So it's a very good option. The other thing is, again, look how awesome the aesthetics of Hogsmeade is. You could literally just spend the entire day here. And I know people that do. I know people that come in and just go there. All right, so now I'm going to talk about this place for just a moment here. Delicious Kebabs. You can go back and look at my live stream. I had lunch here. I was extremely disappointed with the food here. I love kebabs. I love Mediterranean food. I love pita. I love all that stuff. I got the beef kebab. The meat was gray. It was very bland. It was a little bit slimy. The tzatziki sauce was just gross. I was very, very underwhelmed with Delicious Kebabs. I don't know if that just is a one-off, if it's usually better than that, but I don't know if I'll ever eat at that place again because it was that bad. I will, however, eat over here at Fire Eaters. I love their hero. It's very good. It's fresh. Usually, I mean, every time I've eaten, it's been fresh. So I don't know if I just caught a bad day at the Delicious Kebabs, but yeah, I should have went to Flame Eaters. Unfortunately, the line was really, really long, and I don't like to stand in long lines while I'm live streaming for very long because I get bored. I am a little bit ADD, and I had to keep moving. Now, Mythos has a very good keto-friendly menu. They have marinated olives. They have a wedge salad, which is very good. They have several fishes, flounder and salmon. They have beef medallions. They have blue cheese encrusted pork. All of those are very good options. And what's really awesome about I love Mythos. I actually love this whole section of the park. But Mythos has such a cool view of the park. You can see the Velocicoaster there in the background. And straight in front of you, you got the Hulk, you got Marvel Island, you have a little bit of Seuss Landing over there on your left. It's just a really, really cool place to go hang out. And you can see some really, peaceful but entertaining things at the same time. Now over here in Seuss Landing, you have a lot of good snack options. You have a lot of candy, a lot of ice cream, things like that. There's one place that has a seasonal offering of omelets and eggs, and that's Grinch and Friends. I've never actually even seen Grinch and Friends open, so I don't even know. I don't really pay attention. I don't eat breakfast foods while I'm at the park, so unfortunately I don't have a recommendation for that one way or the other. But while we were doing some research, that was the one place that kept coming up as a possible keto-friendly meal for Seuss Landing. And again, I love Seuss Landing. I grew up a Dr. Seuss fan when I was real little. All of the places you may go, and I still think The Grinch That Stole Christmas is the greatest Christmas event ever, right there with Die Hard. So yeah, I'll fight you for it. That's a hill I'll die on. But the colors here are really cool, and sometimes you'll see the characters will come out and they'll read some of this Dr. Seuss stuff to the kids, which is really, really cool. Now over here on the left is Circus McGurkus, and again, there's not really any good options to eat inside that part of the park either. You got the pizzas and things. Now this place, I'm so disappointed in this place. They used to have a s'mores item that was so good. Not good for you at all. Keto unfriendly. But it was one of my favorite snacks to get in the entire park, and they've removed it from their menu. They do have a good buffalo chicken over tater tots, but not good for you at all. Lastly, over here in Islands of Adventure, I'm going to talk about Confisco. Confisco Grill, I never knew this was a good place until after the pandemic, actually. I came in one day and decided to go, I think it was the week that Universal reopened. I went upstairs, I got to sit upstairs in the annual pass holder lounge and have a meal up there, and you have a really good view of the park. You have really good food. You have some salads. You have salmon. They have some burgers. They have kosher salmon, which is nice, and chicken and Salisbury steak. So where did I end up eating on this day? Finnegan's. And I apologize. I don't know why the video camera did that to me. But I did decide to go to Finnegan's. I had the Cobb salad. I don't normally like the poached eggs and things like that, but this was so good. I would get it again. They had other options. They had pistachio crusted salmon, some shrimp escargot. They have salmon. They have a salmon salad, just regular salmon. They have beef tenderloin, pork tenderloins. They have a good drink menu, so if you want to go there and have a good time, it is like an Irish pub, so you have things like different kind of beers and things like that. They have great live music, which is also fun. I would get this again. I would eat here anytime. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell because we do live stream every week from one of the major parks here in Florida, whether it be Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, Disney, or Universal Studios. See you soon.